Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. Happy 4th of July to everyone out there. Hope you guys are going to be safe during this holiday. I wanted to come on and do a short video on two states that I don't believe I have covered on my channel, the state of Tennessee and the state of Kentucky. So I will show you the amount of claims they have in the funds locator, and then I will show you their websites on where you can find the individual instruction packets for those districts. So if you're interested in working in Tennessee or Kentucky, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. Okay, so we are at the funds locator. And if I type Tennessee, we see that there are three districts. So there's Eastern, there's the Middle, and then there's the Western District. So let's go start with the Eastern District first. There are over 22,000 cases where there are unclaimed funds available in this district. And so if I click amount twice, I will see that the highest claim for this district is over $29,000. And then it goes down from there. So if we minimize this, we go over to their website. The Eastern District of Tennessee, they have several court locations. So one is in Chattanooga, one is in Greenville, one is in Knoxville, one is in Winchester. If you type unclaimed funds in the search bar engine, this will show you the application and the instruction packets. It tells you a little bit about what unclaimed funds are, how to search for them. You can contact the clerk's office by this email if you have questions, or if you want to verify that unclaimed funds are available. That's always a good thing. Most jurisdictions don't give that as an option. They want you to check PACER. So they're nice enough to do that here. Instructions. Here is the instruction packet for this particular district. Again, it goes over just the standard language on the payee information, what type of claimant you should be or pick, and what the documents are needed. It goes over the proposed order, how to fill in the application, the supporting documents, where to mail your application packet to, the U.S. Attorney's Office. Again, as I mentioned, some jurisdictions you have to mail it to the trustee, others you have to mail it to the U.S. District Attorney's Office for that particular district. So it gives you the addresses here. You want to read carefully and closely so you know who you are supposed to be mailing it to. So if you go back one, you'll see the application. It looks like they are following the official form 1340. And that is the application for payment of unclaimed funds, that form 1340. Again, I go over all of these steps in my course. This right here is the A0213. This is basically how you get paid. This is a tax form. Some areas use the W9 and others use this one. I go over this extensively. I actually fill it in on my application along with the order, along with the application. I do not cover that on this channel. So one part of this process is researching and, skip tracing and finding out what things are on the court docket. That's one piece of it. The other piece of it is this information right here that needs to be filled in. And again, you need to have that to actually make a deal. So if you're wanting that information, there's not a lot of people that have this information out there, as far as I know, unless you want to actually pay an attorney's office to do this. It's offered on my course. And again, the link is in the description box. Okay, so here is the order that you will need. And that's that. So this is the Eastern District. Let's go back and I'll show you the other districts as well. So let's do the Western District of Tennessee. Back to the funds locator. Click amount twice. And you can see that there are over 19,000 cases where there are unclaimed funds available in the Western District. So Tennessee has a lot of cases where there are money, there's money left over. So the highest claim here is over $400,000, but if you look at the creditor name, you can see that it says unidentifiable claimed funds. So these are probably old cases where someone did poor record keeping and they just really can't identify where the money goes to. So you may not want to work this one because you can't, there's no name here. but you could obviously work others. So there are a lot here in the state of Tennessee. All right, just so you know. So let's minimize this and let's go over to the Western District of Tennessee's website for the bankruptcy court. And let's go back one to the main page. So this is the main page here. There's two different court locations. There's Memphis and then there's Jackson. So if you go up top, unclaimed funds is actually listed here. And then it tells you specifically the instruction packet. If you have a business or if you're an attorney, then you follow these instructions. If you're an individual doing this, like say pro se without an attorney, you follow these instructions. So we would probably click on the one that says business, right? And then it tells you what you need. So there's the application for unclaimed funds. It tells you who to mail it to, supporting documents you need. Now this is the application again. This is form 1340. If I go back one, it does says motion to withdraw, but that is just the application itself. An application is essentially a motion. So just be aware, sometimes the terminology is interchangeable, but it doesn't, you don't have to be an actual attorney to do this particular process here, or else it would tell you that. All right. And then it goes on to tell you the TIN number, the W-9 number, just, the other forms that you need. Again, I go over this in my course. So if you're interested in that, again, you know where to look. So these are the instructions for this particular district. And let's go back and I'll show you the last district in Tennessee before we move over to the state of Kentucky. So we're going to go now to the middle district of Tennessee. And they have fewer cases, but still a lot. So it's over 8,000 in this district. And again, the highest claim I saw was just over 76. Yeah, 76,000. And then it goes down from there. So Tennessee has a lot. Between the three districts, there are over a lot that you can search. If I come to their website, this is the main page here. And it looks like they have Nashville, Columbia, and Cookeville as the court locations, and the addresses are listed there. And let's see. If I type unclaimed funds here in the search bar engine, I see that the rules are listed here. Goes over the different type of claimants. They're telling you that you need, again, I believe that they are listing this as a motion to withdraw unclaimed funds, but this is an application. Again, people interchange application and motion. This is the same form that you have seen in other states. Again, this is form 1340. So you see how every district has adopted their own rules. Other people in other states have just kept this to say application. Just because it says motion and this is the particular form does not mean you have to be an attorney to do this. You can still do this as a claims locator, as an unclaimed funds locator, right? You just need to make sure you're reading the instructions and you're picking the proper claimant that you're trying to be. And it goes on to tell you how to file it, who to mail it to, where the order should go. Here's the main address here. And it tells you specifically, do not put that tax form with your motion packet. That should be separate. Again, I mentioned on my channel that a lot of this stuff, again, is public record. It's going to be filed in. You're going to see it on the court docket. So you don't want to put things such as social security number, or even if your ID, you have to redact some things out because you don't want to have that as public record. Okay. And so it goes down here toward the bottom, just the other documents that you need. So again, this is the Middle District of Tennessee, and these are all the instructions that you need to know. So let's move over to the state of Kentucky now. We've gone through the state of Tennessee, and they have quite a few cases where there are unclaimed funds. Kentucky has 2 districts, so the Eastern and Western District. Let's start with the Eastern District first. And they have significantly less or fewer cases, because this just for this district, it just says over 2,000, right? If I click on amount twice, the highest claim is for about $51,000. And then it kind of goes down from there. So if I click on the Eastern District of Kentucky's website, I will see their court locations, and they have quite a few: Ashland, Covington, Frankfort, Lexington, London, and Pikeville. And they do have an unclaimed funds portal here. Here's the instruction packet, and you just kind of read through. They've given you an email address, telephone number of who to contact if you have questions. It goes over their claimants again, additional information, where to mail it, all of that good stuff is here, right? So that is that. And it looks like they may be following, okay, so their form looks slightly different. It looks like they just changed the format of it, but it still has the same information on it, right? And this one says application, it doesn't say motion, but it's still the same information. The amount is on here, the claimant name, address, the different type of claimant you are, who to mail it to, all of that is still the same. The fact that you need it, notarized and signed, obviously, that has to be here. All right, so that is for the Eastern District of Kentucky. And let's move over to the last district that we're going to talk about, and that is the western part of Kentucky. Okay. And here it has over 2,000, right? So these are a lot fewer cases than Tennessee, but there's still some that you can work. This highest claim for this area is only 9,000. And then it goes, down from there. And if we go to their website, and this is the Western District again, it looks like there's only maybe one main location for the court in Louisville, Kentucky. And so if we come to unclaimed funds and we search the site, this site looks very different compared to the other ones, but it still has the same information. So here, release of unclaimed funds. Here you have to have a motion. And this particular motion does not resemble the application itself, right? So this in particular, you are going to need an attorney. And it says it right here if you read further down. Unless represented by an attorney duly admitted to practice law in this district, locator services may not file requests for releases of unclaimed funds on behalf of creditors. So again, the Eastern District, you could do this. The Western District, you cannot do this as a funds locator. You have to have an attorney in that area do this for you, right? Or otherwise, you could prepare the motion and have your client do it himself or herself, but then you run the risk of not getting paid. So you may have to, see what makes sense for you there. And you see how, again, all districts are, they're so different. So this district, along with the Eastern District of Virginia, I know for sure you need to be an attorney. The other districts that I've witnessed, it seems like you can do this, as a funds locator or claimant representative. Okay? So this is the Western District of Kentucky. Again, they have a lot fewer cases than Tennessee, but again, these numbers are predicted to change with the way that the economy is going. Bankruptcy cases are going to go up. Therefore, unclaimed property will eventually go up as well. All right, so this is the information for Kentucky and Tennessee. So please let me know if this was helpful to you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope that this information is helpful to you. Again, my course information is listed in the description box. My services are also listed there. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.